calls to action. Looking to the left and then right, positioning ourselves somewhere in the redress, patching up our rights like road crews in the commission of truth, merging and making square, armed with these calls to action. Numbered requests, so many suggestions, prescriptions, all beginning with, we call upon the federal, provincial, territorial, and Aboriginal governments.
Federal, provincial, and territorial and Aboriginal governments to commit.
We call upon the federal government to prepare and publish.
We call upon the federal, provincial, territorial, and Aboriginal governments.
We call upon post-secondary institutes to create
equalizing compensation as KKK Canadians. Remedies for the Malays, restoring stripped dignity upon territories by eradicating the spanking law. That's all.
I am here to verify we were treated like a herd of animals.
Monitoring our own neglect, administrating our own medicines, handling the sliding scale, and setting new precedents of measurements for success. Authoring treaties and dissolving two-way for four-way portals with language and culture, including clauses for non-compliance.
Taken into a back room, stripped and repeatedly raped throughout the night and sodomized.
Prison term punishment.
And the whole time I'm told I'm not right.
Let's try it. All things defined by adequate funding. Have we learned nothing but how to correspond in dollars with the white man? For over time, what we find to be adequate will inevitably evolve. So will this law.
The residential school experience is clearly one of the darkest, most troubling chapters in our collective history.
The UN Declaration reads as undeclared. Let's pump the brakes right here. Indigenous rights, meaningless without commitment of concept, is a signatureless contract. The R words left flapping like a flag over Parliament's decaying brick home. Rights. Reconcile. Response. Relation. Relocate. Rights. Reconcile. Response. Relation. Relocate. D is for independent decisions, safe drinking water. E, expressions of interest in evolving realities. Winter Olympics, actually cited as successful relations, unprecedented for host nations' contributions to the larger cultural national fabric. Upon closer examination, the garment is frayed and worn, patched with mismatched fabrics, darning them together, damning it forever. Too little, too late. Drums and feathers, now the new black. Incantations and chants. Environmental terrorism, environmental tourism, tracks a history eliminated by name changes, singing in ceremonies for your listening enjoyment. Our employment. A collective dream, an arranged marriage. A nightmare written in legalese and lies, still calling on the crown to join pen to paper, royal proclamations, adopting indigenous law, never as traditions. Agreements with masters and diamond-encrusted collars, still choking.
Vast amounts of money and opportunities, also some health investments, particularly mental health.
Self-determination, hot lava beds of policymaking, creation stories taught as fact, not Bible books, but oral legacies, the way it was meant to be, misinterpreting to suit the seasons.
They have survived.
Make the space and make room in your hearts and your minds and your spirit. And what I mean by that is to rid yourselves of those racist attitudes.
Gentlemen, this is not your time. Gather your cultural batons and pass them over the fire. Women celebrated beyond life givers to speak and protect our distinct sacred skin. Creator made us, so let's see us. All the shades and everything you need to know are found in the brown. Defined as the color of dark wood, rich soil, a combination of red, black, and yellow, seen widely in nature and population. Skin pigment, a statement of humility, humanity. Come get your chocolate. Salty sweet caramel, a rich fine wine improving with age. Improving health, improving parenting. Demanding the Pope's apology, finding museums, and Canadian Federation of 2017. 150 years of cemeteries. Deceased school children, buried treasures in unmarked graves. TRC of Canada. I trust a TRC of Mafia more. There may be no honor among thieves, but at least their treaties come with a timeline and a no-fault clause. Honor? Your honor? How much does that cost?
You're tuned in to Ears Have Eyes on CJSW 90.9 FM, a monthly sound art program. January Rogers launched us into this month's episode with a piece called Calls to Action Mixdown 1-1, epitomizing this month's theme, blazing, red hot words, essential feelings.
January Rogers is a poet, broadcaster, documentary producer, and sound artist of Mohawk Tuscarora ancestry.
Inspired by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's call to action, January wrote this piece while writer-in-residence at the University of Northern British Columbia in 2015, though many of the sentiments could have been penned in 2022. We felt this work was especially important to hear in light of recent Canada Day celebrations and ongoing inequities experienced by the First Nations of these lands.
On a lighter note, January Rogers is currently working on a comedy web series called NDNs on the airwaves, about a struggling res radio station. You can watch the whole series on YouTube. We'll link to that project on our website at hibernationproject.ca.
You're listening to Ears Have Eyes on CJSW campus and community radio station in Mohkinstsis, Calgary, on Treaty 7 territory in southern Alberta, home to the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Tsuut'ina First Nation, the Stoney Nakoda, and Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3.
Ears Have Eyes is a monthly sound art radio program hosted by Wayne Garrett
and Caitlin Brown. Our program today features work from local, national, and international sound artists across Turtle Island, Asia, and Western and Central Europe. Their work is challenging, rising in voices of dissent, instruments of revolution, field recordings from the dangerous ground floor of political protests, and artworks shining light on everyday moments of inequity, waste, and injustice. And yet what is challenging to listen to is also empowering to say. Each participant speaks from their heart, sometimes in riddles, sometimes in musical compositions, and sometimes in blazing words. On this summer day, we invite you to hear these red-hot works and let them light a fire within you.
Our next piece comes from Hungarian sound artist, lawyer, journalist, and founder of SynthX Loop Audio, Dr. Tibor Donath. While the piece itself is instrumental, it carries visceral messaging, a response from the artist to the current political climate in Hungary. In the words of the artist, there is a small country in the heart of Europe where people want to replace the corrupt regime that has been in power for 12 years. That's what they're fighting for. The marquee was their only hope. You could feel the heightened, almost revolutionary anticipation in the air. Everyone was enthusiastic. No one could foresee that everything was predetermined, and that simple enthusiasm could not defeat a rotten and corrupt regime.
seemed like a dream. Something I must have imagined. All those boxes. All those long cardboard boxes. I thought surely we must be past this. Surely this isn't the future. Surely we don't even need things anymore. So why the boxes? But of course there are things. Now it is only the things that travel. The things that are wrapped in boxes. The things that are packaged in cardboard. The things that are tagged and networked. The things that travel where the people may not. And the things will outlast. The things will outlast our optimism, our despair, like a benign accumulation with feral import. The things will travel. But what of the remains? Here we are in the business of containment. Package it up. Ship it off. Warehouse it. Move it someplace where no one will see. It's not enough to put them in the ground, you know. The satellites might see. Box it up. And meanwhile, the benign circulation of things continues. an uneasy truth. To know that that which you put in the box will not be contained. For at the very least time will seep out. The bodies inside may be difficult, and the remains of the bodies will disintegrate. But time will seep out. Like a box of paper that has been moistened and then dried and then kept somewhere dark, like in a basement perhaps. While the mold grew and infiltrated the papers and consumed the contents of the box and spread its spores from one box to another until all the boxes were filled with a living substance. What then? What great creature is unleashed with 1,000 networked cells, 1,000 million billion selves? Open the lid, and what kind of cobwebbed mass, what creature has been spawned by that which you sought to contain and to hide? It's only time and new creatures that remain.
You just heard Unbox, What is to be Done with All That Remains by Anna Frizz, a radio and transmission artist, composer, media studies scholar, and associate professor of film and digital media at the University of California, Santa Cruz. Unbox is a recording of a solo performance featuring the artist's voice, radiophonic instruments, cottage-built electronics, and various boxes of Anna's things. The piece was created for an online presentation in March 2021 to celebrate the 20th anniversary of New Adventures in Sound Art. If you're interested in the medium, New Adventures in Sound Art, or NASA, is an amazing and well-established resource. You can visit their website, naisa.ca, for more information.
You're listening to Ears Have Eyes on CJSW 90.9 FM. The theme of today's program is blazing, red hot words, essential feelings.
The next piece on our program is brief but powerful. Coming from local animator, puppeteer, and maker Stephanie Williams, the upcoming sound piece was made to communicate the pain she felt when she lost her sister to suicide. This is My Dead Sister by Stephanie Williams.
She's in my chest. She's in my chest. She's stuck there. She's in my chest. She's in my chest. She doesn't go away. She's in my chest. She's in my chest. She hurts so fucking much. She's in my chest. She's in my chest. She's stuck there. She's in my chest. She's in my chest. She's always, always there. She's in my chest.
I am small, and I sound small. I walk like this. I brush my long hair. My body is hidden under my clothes. I know my place, and I know my purpose. I bleed red. My hormones make me blue. I know silence. I listen. My tone of voice is higher and quieter either way. If I don't meet my purpose, it punishes me. My body knows exactly who should I become. My neighbors know exactly who should I become. I paint red and I paint blue. I sound like this. I am small and I sound small. I walk like this. I brush my long hair. My body is hidden under my clothes. I know my place and I know my purpose. I bleed red. My hormones make me blue. And in silence, I listen. My tone of voice is higher and quieter either way. If I don't meet my purpose, it punishes me. My body knows exactly who should I become. My neighbors know exactly who should I become. I paint red and I paint blue. I sound like this. I am small and I sound small. I walk like this. My body is hidden under my clothes. I know my place and I know my purpose. I bleed red. My hormones make me blue. I know silence. I listen. My tone of voice is higher and quieter either way. If I don't meet my purpose, it punishes me. My body knows exactly who I become. My neighbors know exactly who should I become. I paint red and I paint blue. I sound like this. I am small. And I sound my tone of voice is higher. My body is hidden under my clothes. And I know my neighbors know. I bleed red.
middle of the night, I start really heavily bleeding, really heavily, to the point that I actually thought my insides were just going to fall out. Nobody knew where I was. Nobody knew in the hospital who I was, where I had come from, what was happening. And all I thought was, I'm going to die here. Nobody's going to know what's and nobody's going to care.
I just paint red, and I paint blue. I sound like this.
Story is
and I sound small. I walk like this. I brush my long hair. My body is hidden under my clothes.
If I don't need my purpose, exactly who should I become?
I know my place.
Nobody knows exactly who should I become.
My words make me blue.
Jak chcemy moje życie wyglądało?
I listen. My tender voice is higher and quiet fade away. If I don't make my purpose, it vanishes. My body knows exactly.
It's really
I paint red. I sound like this. I am small, and I sound small. I walk like this, as I have my long hair. My body is hidden under my clothes. I know my place, and I know my purpose. My hormones make me blue.
My body knows exactly.
I know silence. My tone of voice is higher and quieter right away. If I don't meet my purpose, it punishes me. My body says exactly who I become. My nature is exactly who I become. A paint red.
It's really the wider context that
I fell apart. I couldn't walk across a bridge without thinking, should I jump?
It made me feel very depressed about it.
I fell apart. I couldn't walk across a bridge without thinking, should I jump?
Depressed about it, very anxious.
If I don't meet my purpose, my body knows exactly who should I become.
If I don't meet my purpose, it vanishes me. My body knows exactly who should I become. My neighbors know exactly who should I
You just heard Hanuba, Disgrace, a piece by Polish sound recordist, composer, and artist Natalia Memzarczyk. This piece was created in 2020, near the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, in response to tightening regulations around abortion access in Poland. Anti-abortion legislation was intensified while protests and gatherings in the street were restricted by COVID measures. Featuring the artist's own voice, the work uses audio sampled from Black Lives Matter protests, as well as documentaries featuring women struggling in the aftermath of the Eighth Amendment in Ireland, a 1983 amendment to the Irish Constitution, legislating the same right to life to an unborn fetus as to a pregnant parent. It's painfully easy to see the relevance of this work to current-day developments in North America. The historic overturn of Roe v. Wade is already leading to dangerous infringements on the right of women, non-binary folks, and trans men to bodily autonomy and safe and accessible abortion in the United States. This messaging is important to hear here in Alberta, often the most conservative province in Canada. If this can happen in the U.S., it could easily happen here. Our vigilance is needed.
The upcoming compositions are drawn from a new album by Jared Tailfeathers of Daring Nomad. Jared is a Blackfoot multidisciplinary artist and musician working in the gap between arts and culture. Well known for making one-of-a-kind musical instruments, he just released a new album called Dog Trails, available on Bandcamp. The narrative concept of this album is about a young man listening to the stories of an ancient dog. She convinces him to go on a journey. The young man is charged with writing songs of honor and documenting his journey and deeds along the way. We're featuring 2 consecutive tracks from Daring Nomad. The first, titled Read the Stars, where the young man stops at the Majorville star chart to participate in star tracking, and a second, called Dream Vision, where he is visited by an owl and has nightmares about newcomers and interlopers that he'll have to either chase out or kill so that they stop stealing resources and occupying the land.
To learn more about this work or find links to the artist's album, visit our website, hibernationproject.ca.
Libertate.
자유.
Belangen. Freiheit. Liberdade. Frihet. Svoboda. Sự tự do. Kalayaan. Swobody. Vrijheid. Svoboda. Senaike. स्वातंत्र्य. Kebebasan. Azadi. Svoboda. Sweच्छा. Sudandiram. Seripap. Frihet. Freedom. Svoboda. Al-Hariri. Napałka.
Wolność.
Sloboda.
Liberté.
Viva. Libertà.
Eleftheria. Khofesh.
Sloboda.
Libertà. Swatantrata. Kebebasan. Swatantrata. Savaşçılık. Barış. Freedom. Özgürlük. Freedom.
That was Your World and Our World by sound artist The Worst Mankind. By way of explanation for their protest piece, The Worst Mankind shares a reappropriated quote. The world is yours as well as ours, but in the last analysis it is yours. You young people, full of vigor and vitality, are in the bloom of life, like the sun at 8 or 9 in the morning. Our hope is placed on you. You've been listening to Ears Have Eyes. Each month we solicit works from sound artists, but we also accept submissions from anywhere in the world. Thank you to CJSW for hosting this program and to all of the artists for participating. If you're interested in submitting your sound art, visit hibernationproject.ca and click the link, Ears Have Eyes. Next month's theme is In the Calm, open and spatial, gentle and fleeting. The final piece on today's program comes from Kevin Logan, an artist, researcher, and educator based in London, UK. Kevin's composition is titled Dave from Cardiff, Supplementary Benefit, £32.70 Mix. Based around a piece of dialogue taken from a 1980s BBC radio program, the unattributed source material was found on an eBay-purchased 14-inch reel-to-reel tape. The words and feelings expressed have been repurposed in order to examine historical notions of the British welfare state and its application of benefits and social security. This is Dave from Cardiff, Supplementary Benefit, £32.70 Mix.
On day 22. And I'm currently claiming supplement benefit. I'm living in Richmond Road in Cardiff in a single room. And I'm currently claiming supplement benefit. I'm moving to another single room. On day 22, I get £32.40 a week. For living expenses. And on top of that, I get £30 housing benefits off the council. It's bad enough for the moment, but it's degrading. And it's demoralising, and I can only see that getting worse. Hopefully my benefit will be affected as my claim is made before April. There's the people after April whose claims are really going to be affected.